Okay, gang. Dishonored 2. Second half of the stream. Here we go. Please wait, it says. Campaign, of course. Yeah, Max hasn't been around, and it's especially sad because we're doing a Max Chaos playthrough, so... Tattoo project on your chest. Oh, cool. That sounds crazy and interesting. That's right, we're in the goddamn Clockwork Mansion. Okay, so last time we rescued Sokolov. Now we're going back into the mansion to get Jindosh. And I honestly don't know what to expect. We're gonna face more Clockwork soldiers, I'm sure. You're all I need to get by. What? Hey!
Ah, the space behind the walls.
Okay. What? I don't know why she commented on that, and I don't know why I didn't know about this before. Gotta relearn the keys here. This is so cool. This is, so the Clockwork Mansion, like, this is all the mechanics behind it. And it's actually behind the walls. This is neat. Check it out! Bumper pool. What? Game, why do you do that? It's always the first time that I go to click the mouse, it decides to pause it for me instead of... Whoa, shit. I wanted to see if the table was, like, interactable, but it's not really. Oh, I see.
So this is how it works.
Oh, I wondered why there was a freaking bumper pool table back here. I never did either, Walter. Oh, good night, Chris. Sorry, didn't see that you were leaving. Have a good one. Thanks for hanging out, dude. And thanks for your help with Neverwinter. Damn, this is weird. Okay. I don't want to go up here yet, because there was more down here that I haven't seen yet. Over this way. Do 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 do. So interesting. I'm a genius. Oh, I don't think I want to push that button yet. This is so cool. Is Sotha Sil gonna show up? Clockwork City. Yeah, possibly. I hope. Whoa. What the hell? I hope not, because that means I have to fight Almalexia, and she's tough as hell. Okay, so there was that button back there. I will press it in a minute. So this doesn't actually give me access to anything new. It doesn't look like. It's just a different way to view what you've already seen. I mean, apart from these, you know, these behind the scenes stuff right here. But I'm not seeing a benefit to it. Oh, come on, girl. There, that's what I was trying to do. Thanks, Isabella. Appreciate it. That is very, very generous of you, and very kind. It is very much appreciated. Alright, let's... I wish he would shut up. Let's press this button and see what happens. Big week for subscribers, no kidding. So that just returned it to its standard position? As if I had pulled a lever? It's a weird thing for that button to do. I would think that you'd come back and pull the lever and that would do it. Alright, let's go back this way. Do not mop the floors while the arc pylon is active, whether you understand conductivity or not. The science will always be true, whether you believe it or not. Man, once again, I've discovered a really cool way to do this mission after I've already bungled my way through the hard kill everybody way. I guess the lesson is take more time exploring before you waltz into a place.
If you're there, I have to warn you, that area is not safe. Not meant for human passage.
Tally of Corvo and Emily's kills. Too many. That's the tally. Danger, danger. High voltage. I've seen that room, I think.
This was once my world. All things, from the northernmost shores to here, Karnaka in the south.
Bastard.
Nothing then.
There it is.
The machine should enter active state now. Know that your last moments, the last vision you behold, is a work of scintillating industry. The very pinnacle of invention.
Ah, rats. I was trying to destroy his head so that he'd attack the other
Come on,
guys.
show yourself.
I didn't
We're
do a good
all
enough
waiting
job.
for you.
We need to find something, anything.
Nothing.
Nothing.
What?
Oh.
Stay sharp.
Well, that didn't really solve the problem. It blinded him for a second. Huh.
Come on.
Alright, how about this?
Found anything yet?
Nothing here. Keep your eyes peeled.
Nothing. Shit.
Come on back, lady.
Be on your guard. Right, boys?
What's he doing down there? Checking out the debris from the clockwork?
Hello? Anybody? Don't make me search the whole...
I killed him! I don't think I wanted to, but I did. The hell? Why am I stuck? Max Chaos all the way. You're right, I do. Oh, Nelly. Really? I'm already full on all that stuff? This isn't very max chaos if I don't have room for grenades and pistol bullets. I'll have to remember this is here.
Sokolov is a strange mind. I thought his scientific work would be distorted by his passions. In fact, they are inextricably linked.
Where'd the clockwork go? To kill everyone in this game. Yep. You're right. Oh, wait a minute. That was a weird thing to do. You're right. I should just admit it. But seriously, though, where'd the clockwork go? Okay, whale oil. Do not use the elevator between 3 o'clock and 7 o'clock. I need my 4 hours of sleep. Ah, geniuses. That old, you only need 4 hours of sleep tripe. Bunch of bullshit, frankly. Ooh. That's the Max Chaos way. Oh, right. The reason I came in here is because there's supposed to be a bone charm nearby. Right below me, in fact. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do.
Somewhere a miner coughs black from his lungs. He hides it from his wife. Will you kill them too?
Probably. It's just what I do, Mom. Okay, let's try this.
This playback indicates that the machine is... My, that was loud. Shook my teeth. Playback
Oh, shit.
Criminal profile. Aristocratic playback for unambiguous enemy. Detached. Each visitor is another test for the Clockwork Soldiers. Each makes them better. The machine has lost its quarry.
Alright. I used grenades there because
I've made so many things.
I knew there were more here.
Among them. But I suppose it's my Clockwork Soldiers I'll be remembered for.
I don't know, dude. Your Clockwork Soldiers are pretty killable. I mean, that's not to say that they can't kill me. They can. But so far, well-placed grenade or stun mine is taking them out pretty handily. I never got down to that bone charm that was below. There's one down there, too. Damn. This looks like his bedroom or something.
It seems you found my bedroom, though I confess sleep usually eludes me. My mind won't stop turning.
Letter from Duke of Bell. Kieran, my dear grand inventor, who else possesses such a keen mind? Could any other of my inner circle achieve such industrial marvels? I appreciate how superbly your Clockwork Soldiers performed in Dunwall, cutting those guards still loyal to Emily Caldwin to ribbons. And Brianna Ashworth claims you've been invaluable, helping with her oraculum contraption. Delilah will be pleased. Please dispatch a courier as soon as you have what you need from Anton Sokolov. Press him as you see fit. No methods are off limits. We must find a way to produce your Clockwork Soldiers in greater quantities. Your Duke, Luca Abel. Okay, Kira, see you in a minute. Oh, and see you in a minute. Oh, no, it's Walter saying see you in a minute. Okay, see you in a minute, Walter.
Ramsey and the Crown Killer were just the start. I need to break down Delilah's remaining allies. Jindosh, the Duke, all of them.
Conditioning Sokolov. Sokolov is more resistant to the notion of collaborating than anticipated. He's a stubborn old goat, which could be his undoing unless I'm careful with the electroshock machine. My goal is to render Sokolov pliable, but still capable of assisting me in designing a new version of the Clockwork Soldier. At the moment, each clockwork costs a fortune, but I'm certain my old teacher can find a way to reduce the costs. I'm going nowhere. It's too late. The hell? Is this like a means of animation? Inoperative. That makes me think that there's something I should be doing with it. Ah! Holy hell. Lila. Oh no, Brianna.
Brianna Ashworth.
That's it? That's all the commentary I have, huh?
So many events in motion, each exerting subtle gravity. With Delilah, a new empire could be drawn, and all the old barriers broken. Much could be accomplished. Does hiding your face intimidate your enemies? More coin than a wealthy man. Conceal your own fear. Years to find a solution on my own. But if Sokolov can be tamed, together we might refine the process, making new clockworks at a fraction of the cost. Whether I seduce my old teacher with the thrill of discovery, or whether I'm forced to apply the clamps to his flesh and turn on the voltage, no matter.
I take small pleasure in realizing that I just ruined this guy's developments, his silver graphs, by exposing them to light. Ha ha ha! Well, I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this thing. I thought the lever would affect it, but... Hello? Did the lever open this up too? I did not see it before. Very weird this house is. What happens if I throw this? Nothing. And this was not available before either, right? Everything's so confusing here. A reflection of my journey to the Pandyssian continent by Anton Sokolov. Introduction. A colleague of mine owns a stunning map of the known world. Adorned with curlicues and sea beasts, it has a cherished spot over her mantle. She paid handsomely for it, and was so bristled when I enumerated the various errors. Chief among them, of course. Apply the clamps. Chief among them, of course, the size and placement of the Pandyssian continent. Oh, how cartographers are loath to show how small and distant our empire really is compared to that giant landmass, as if Pandyssia were but a few days' journey from Aran. Every veteran ship captain knows that it takes months to reach those shores. I had no doubt that Pandyssia was rich in resources, but a place must be understood if we ever hope to exploit its myriad treasures. These were my thoughts as I agreed to join the ill-fated expedition. And so it was, on the third day of the month of Earth, under calm gray skies, and the great sea vessel Antonio Aquilo set sail with captain, crew, researchers, and myself. 38 of us total, for what would be the most terrifying and spiritually draining experience of my life. Oh. Damn it. Thought that was a coin, but it was just a bottle top. So this is his bedroom then. Okay. So turning this thing around exposes us to his bedroom. This house is so fucking confusing. I see you're using my can.
Delilah Copperspoon.
She's just reading the captions now. I should have looked first, but I didn't. I just waltzed in. On Bakers and Electroshock. My electroshock machine provides insights into the human mind, though admittedly the subject is damaged or destroyed in the process. The advancement of knowledge is usually worth the sacrifice, of course. Once having tested on a baker, I found that I could obliterate the memories of his life and thus his personality, while not impeding his ability to bake bread. I thought it odd at the time, but it's this exact effect I wish to reproduce in Sokolov. Sadly, I've never been able to reproduce it to my satisfaction. Sokolov, however, is no mere baker. If he refuses to aid me, it's doubtful that the machine could be used to weaken his willpower without also obliterating the knowledge and capabilities that are so precious to me. Still, The thought of reducing Sokolov to a state of infantile stupor is satisfying. They're setting something up here, aren't they? I'm going to have, of course, like every... this is going to kill me. Like every Dishonored mission, there's usually a lethal and a non-lethal option. I think what they're setting up here is that the non-lethal option will be you leave Jindosh alive, but you fry his skull. That's what I suspect, anyway. Alright, where the hell is this? There's a bone charm and a rune, and I don't know.
All movements are linked. Everything has a
Yep,
purpose.
that
It's all
closed, that closed, and all that opened. This is so hard to parse.
One of the finest views in all Karnaka.
Conditioning Sokolov. My efforts to fine-tune the electroshock machine have been less than successful. Breaking down the more bothersome elements of a subject's personality, such as willpower, while leaving nothing like fried brains for breakfast. Especially out here on the balcony. While leaving cognition and creativity unharmed has proven unrealistic. Instead, my machine leaves the subject babbling like a child, which is the opposite of what I need from Sokolov. Eat an entire bunch of plantains. Paints, huh? Reminds me of Delilah a bit. Okay, so what happens if I pull this?
Shifting the walls and floors as if you were born here. Clever. Or are you just moving things at random?
Yep, the latter. God damn. This is beautiful. This is really cool.
Even without eyes to look upon the world, I see so much. Once, nearly all things were hidden.
I feel like I'm just kind of spinning my wheels here. I don't know that I'm actually getting any place. Hang on a moment. Hang on a moment. Uh-oh. I think I just trapped myself. Oh, no, I didn't. Okay, that's what the button's for. Woo! I was gonna say, like, ooh, let's see what's up here. I thought there'd be another room up here, but there's not. Oh crap. Okay, good, there's another button. I was gonna say, this time I truly have trapped myself. Well, rats, here I am thinking, oh, I'm so smart, look at me, I'm gonna sneak into the wall and find out what's below, but there's nothing below. Just wait for him to hide his doorway. Stupidly complex, no kidding.
Aramis Stilton.
It's right there, but how the fuck do I get to it? Ah. Okay. Haven't seen this yet. Clockwork Army timetable. Jindosh, I was pleased to hear that the Duke has you working on a much less costly version of your Clockwork Soldier. I saw firsthand what a handful of Clockwork Soldiers did in Dunwall. With many more units, we should be able to assert much more military power following the coup. What truly concerns me is the timetable. When will you be able to give us a date? We have ambitious plans, my friends, and we cannot accomplish them without our grand inventor. Sincerely, Major Nico Philados, 1st Detachment to the Duke, Grand Zirconan Guard.
I'm going to destroy this man.
This was always here. Same as before, right? Yeah. Okay, what happens if I pull this lever and stay on this? Tear down your egotistical paintings, sir.
I've had fabled burglars, fortune hunters, and professional killers come through my door, only to expire begging for mercy, crying out for release after only a few hours.
All the conspirators together.
That's it. Closer and closer. I'm waiting.
Wait, but how do I get back to those bone charms? Maybe I can't. I mean, I'm sure I can, but... Reflection on my journey to the Pandician content, Chapter 14. We were only miles from shore, but our approach was marred by numerous hidden reefs and jagged... We read this already. Is this his laboratory, then?
At last, Imperial Majesty, you found me. Do you realize you're only the second person to set foot in this room, the most sophisticated laboratory in the Isles? Please, try not to damage anything as you die. Clockwork soldiers, dispatch this intruder!
Come on, Clockwork soldiers. Dispatch this intruder. behind me, is it? That would suck.
Come out and end search protocol. Continue search.
Dude! Hey, Walter's back.
Okay, enemy encountered. Playback indicates a young woman, armed. The machine is overheating. Shut down.
Okay, that's one. I know there was more than one, though.
Come on. I don't have time for games. I feel secure hunting for you in the presence of my greatest invention. Wherever you are, I'll find you.
Ah. Whoa, that's the way out. That's the way that we met him before.
Machine switching out of search. Okay, the machine has detected something.
The Clockwork Soldiers' voices? Yeah, I like it too. It's down there. Nothing really of value around, which is surprising given his laboratory.
I wonder who will live here in this place after I've passed from the world. How long will the intricate parts continue to function? You're somewhere few have gone. The very innards of the marvelous machine.
The hell? God damn, dude.
The machine has completed another full instruction set.
So this is his anatomy lab. I get it now. Okay. This is so confusing.
Extra diagnostic playback loop.
Yeah, got the rune.
The machine is experiencing uncertainty.
The machine is beginning to question its college choices. Guggenhuber. Good name. Note to self. There is insufficient power to operate the electroshock machine. Until this is rectified, I will have to compensate, freeing up more power for the electroshock machine by configuring the other laboratory platforms so they draw the least power.
This must be the electroshock machine Jindosh mentioned.
General Detection State.
Anton Sokolov, once the royal physician and head of the Academy of Natural Philosophy. In your prime, the most sought-after painter in all the Empire. My hero in younger days. Now,
This playback indicates a false positive.
if you're going to use
Combat
this
Protocol 8.
inelegant-looking device against me,
Playback for combat protocols. Cooling down.
I must admit to feeling a bit of
The last of my stuns.
curiosity as to the function
Second
of the
thoughts when it's
apparatus.
wedding day.
Patience,
Been a
friend,
guest on a lot of shows like
patience.
Seinfeld, Star Trek Voyager, and Murphy
Sequence
Brown.
is important.
He's been around for
You'll come
years
to
then, if he's been on
understand
Murphy
my
Brown.
electroshock machine, but when? Before or after that light leaves your eyes? And where does it go when it disappears? Who will tell me that? Has anyone ever loved the sound of his own voice as much as you do, kid?
I wonder, does it get under your skin, knowing that Delilah is sleeping in your chambers at Dunwall Tower?
But what it can do is take from you the thing you love the most, your precious intellect. If you won't agree to collaborate on the next clockwork prototype, I'll use the device on that brain of yours, Sokolov. I refuse. If I'm to be a drooling idiot, at least I won't be bothered by any more of your rambling theories.
I like Sokolov more and more. Whoa. Sweet. Sokolov, or not Sokolov, Jindosh, you fool! Sticky grenade. Huh. You're giving me the weapons by which I will destroy you.
So, face to face.
Oh, we're doing this now? I thought maybe I just had the run of the place. Not at this distance.
Not at your callous hands.
Goodbye, Grand Inventor.
Okay. So much for the non-lethal option. I just grenaded the dude to death. I know, this is, yeah, it's great, isn't it? I mean, it's confusing as hell to try to play through, but it's really neat. Grenade duel. Yeah, I know, isn't that awesome? He had an advantage. He could shoot me from up there, and I couldn't shoot him, so just lob him up there. Well, let's see what else we can get out of this place. Put very, very in front of it. Vogue. Can't kill the mannequin. I tried. That's gotta be the way to get up there, right? Where he does all his woodwork. I think this is how it was when I first came into the room, right? Maybe. I am going to go down there at some point so I can check out all that other stuff. But first I want to see what chemistry is. I mean, this is showing off, right? Wouldn't you just build a house with a bunch of different rooms? This is unreal. Missing content 3. Chapter 15. At dawn, I set out with the group that forged east. It included 2 other natural philosophers and 4 crewmen. We used blades to clear the vegetation that grew thickly here, and slowly made our way from the shore up a steep incline. Our purpose was to gather samples of native plants for our research journals. I found myself pressing leaves and stems between pages and taking copious notes on several species of flora I surmised no human had ever set eyes on previously, when suddenly young Mr. Gravett from the academy began hopping about and screaming wildly. Chance had bade him pick an unfortunate place to step. Aggressive ant-like creatures swarmed him from below. So many in number were his tiny attackers that we quickly lost sight of him under their onslaught. We finally managed to pull Gravett from the insects, acquiring several painful welts where we had come to his aid. Mr. Gravett, however, was bitten, or stung, as I would eventually discover. So many times he was barely recognizable, swollen into deformity over every inch of his person. Moaning like a sick bull, he expired before we could carry him back to the beach. Luckily, some of the creatures still clung to him, providing me with precious samples. An excellent point, Kira. After all, engineered life finds a way. Okay, so this isn't any more interesting than the other ones were. Jindosh entry on whalebone. Today I'll raise the anatomy platform, bringing up to the laboratory floor where I can resume my work evaluating the rune artifact. Okay, so this is a clue if I hadn't already found the rune, where I could get it. Even as a man dedicated to natural philosophy, I must admit that my association with the occultist, Brianna Ashworth, has renewed my interest in the study of whalebone. Given what I've seen over the past 3 years working with Brianna, I cannot entirely dispel the idea that the bones of the Leviathans possess unusual properties. When pressed, she speaks in the meaningless palaver of the spiritualist. In an attempt to find answers on my own, I have procured one of the so-called rune artifacts, considered heretical, of course, by the narrow minds of the Abbey. However, thus far my examinations have netted nothing of interest. A sample of human tissue affected by these runes might reveal more. Were I able to get, say, the jawbone of one of those poor sods burned alive by the overseers. Max is here! Huzzah! Hello and welcome, Max. Glad you're able to make it, dude. How are you doing? Wait a minute. Oh my god, there's a whole nother bay? Oh, for fuck's sake. Fuck this shit, I'm going down here. There's a third one called Michael. Maintenance key. Lots of cots. Whoa, shit. Excuse me. Walter the charismatic and Kira the wise. Flattery will get you everywhere, my good man. I'm at maintenance. Have I been down to the assessment chamber? I don't think I have. No? Oh, nice. Anything down here? That doesn't almost rival how cold it is by you, Pam. It is mad cold. Hey man, cold is cold. I'm not trying to win any competitions here. I remember telling my friend Alex way back when I lived in Chicago, like, there's cold, you know, like 30s, we're talking Fahrenheit here, 30s, 20s, that's pretty cold, and then teens are colder, and you're getting like, ah, this sucks. When it gets to be the teens, that's when you start to hate it. At least that's when I start to hate it. And then there's single digits, and then you get into like negatives. But I feel like once you get into the negative temperatures, especially below like -10, there's not a lot of difference between -10 and -40. Like, they both just feel fucking miserable, you know? The body doesn't really have the sensitivity to appreciate the difference between -10 and -40. It just thinks like, Jesus, it's cold out here. Letter from Delilah. Kieran, you ask what the void looks and feels like, if it can be measured like a real place. Here's my answer. Don't concern yourself with such matters. It is as real as anything I've ever experienced, but if you understood it, you'd know that such a statement makes as little sense as saying that I have been dead. She has been dead, though. The void is unspeakable. It is infinite, and it is nowhere, ever-changing and perpetual. There are more things in the endless black void, Kieran Jindosh, than are dreamt of in your natural philosophy, Horatio. Leave aside things beyond your reach and be content that you are gifted with more insight than the common man. Humans shouldn't be forced to endure any temperature that starts with negative. Absolute value temperatures only. Winter is cool. Au contraire, on my inside, I am 90 years old. My bad knee knows when it's cold. Some wild birds. Working on it. Humans shouldn't be forced to endure. Max, you missed it, man. We had a true Max Chaos fight with Kieran Jindosh, wherein we actually grenaded him to death. It was a grenade duel, essentially. Shit. What's gonna be my way? Ah! Fuck. God! I'm stuck! Oh, god damn it. I did it again. I'm still down here. You know, I'm taking the elevator. Screw this shit.
I see a mine collapsing on a dozen workers. A beggar succumbs to blood flies. The cat sleeps on a velvet pillow.
Actually, let's go down first. I have been in this room, and I got to this point and I thought, I'm gonna head back to find other things. So I could have gotten right into his lab from here. How very interesting. Oracular Order divided. A representative from the Sisters of the Oracular Order in Circanos paid a surprise visit this week to officials at the Grand Palace, delivering a message that calls into doubt the Order's formerly held position on the illegitimacy, or I think I read that already. I think I checked these drawers as well. I see. I see. If I throw this, does it explode? Yep. X Chaos, baby. What is 3? Office. I don't know if I've seen his office. Throw this, does it explode? Is that what she said? I had one job. Yeah, you couldn't even spell your own name right, Max. Chaos with an S. Max Chaos Derd. So, what I need to do is I need to get up there, which I'm guessing I gotta take the elevator, right? I do love these games. Man, they're so cool. When did I pick up sleep darts? Oh, I guess I got them from his weapon room. Weapon laboratory. Reflection on my journey to the Pandician Content 4. Chapter 16. 2 dead on our first day on the continent, but the new world was not sated and would have one more. None other than the captain himself. His group had found a cluster of small rodents, much like rabbits or prairie moles. The lure of fresh meat Proved too much a temptation for our good captain, who had dined on scant fish and the same rations as the crew all these dreary months. He was able to grab one of the creatures with his bare hands, but the docile beasts were not so tame after all. Having allowed the captain to pick it up, the creature became enraged and delivered several stings from a gland hidden in its tail. The captain complained of heat and itching where the stings had penetrated, but insisted they press on. He died of asphyxiation within a quarter hour. It was suddenly obvious to me that at this rate of attrition we would not only fail to sufficiently research the continent, but we might soon lack enough crew to make the return voyage. Something had to be done to save the venture, and so I immediately declared myself captain. On my orders, the remaining crew kept to the relative safety of the beach for the duration of the week, though I sent 2 young academy students armed with nets and cages to fetch a live sample of the prairie mole that had so swiftly killed the captain. First and foremost, ours was a research expedition. Okay, so here's the problem, Captain. If you're going to hunt creatures to eat, why the hell are you grabbing a strange creature with your bare hands? Think of the furriest, most friendly-looking, docile mammals you could conceive of.
Kieran Jindosh.
Okay. And then imagine grabbing them by with your bare hands, a wild one with your bare hands. Of course they'd be like... Akavir sounds... This sounds like Akavir, doesn't it? Note to Kieran Jindosh. Kieran, it is my hope that the pale stars look down with favor upon your attempts to gain Sokolov's favor. But, if the old goat will not bend to your will, I can offer an alternative to merely keeping him locked in your assessment chamber and subjecting him to cruel electrotherapy. I've started a new effigy cast in Sokolov's shape. Given time, I believe it might grant me some influence over your esteemed guest. D&D story. Oh, that's right, Max. Party has a lot on their plate. Well, we'd like to hear about it for sure. Light along the inverse curve. Conditioning Sokolov. I tire of dealing with my old teacher. I'm confident that I don't need him to simplify the design of the clockwork soldier, but without Sokolov it could take years to reduce the cost of each clockwork. To design a version that can be built with the cheaper but more readily available materials and assembled by Duke Abel's half-witted factory workers. The Duke will get his clockwork army, I'll make sure of that. The question is when. I'll keep experimenting with the electroshock machine, trying to get it just right. And if Sokolov can't be made to help me, I'll continue using the machine on him anyway as entertainment. I have an alternative to torture. It's called witchcraft. And it's just as sane, I promise you. Say, this story's got legs. Print it. Is that truly it over here? Okay. Alright, where's the corpse? Here's the corpse. Didn't have any good loot on him, huh? Here. You can die on your floor. I'm sure my mother's heart is not pleased with me. Okay, so wait, how do I get out of here? Corvo would be. I'm gonna try something. Look at his face. It's kind of funny looking. Ah! Oh, I guess this part isn't gonna move, is it? Poor guy. Alright, so let's quit fucking around and get out of here. Taking your plantains, dude. It's gone forever. This is really cool. No? Okay. Oh, I did this. No, 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 wait. Shit. I can't get out of here. I know there's still 2 bone charms somewhere in there, but eh. Go to Upper Aventa. Am I done? I think I'm done. Do I now have to get back to the boat, I guess? Howdy.
Careful.
Alright, Anton. Hope you're feeling alright. Let's go to Lower Aventa. Wow, look, his shirt ruffles from the wind. That's cool. Alright, I gotta get to there, huh?
I hope you kissed your kids goodbye this morning.
What? The fuck said that, and what did they mean? See all my handiwork. I don't remember if this thing wants to kill me or not. I think I rewired it. Where's the rewire? Let's green mean friendly? I don't think so. I am evil. Green means go? You would think so, but that was a really menacing looking green. That green looked really mean. Thanks. I'm pretty sure those were civvies. Which means I'm going to get in trouble for that too. Damn it. Put this shit away. Good grief. This mission feels like it was like a billion years long. When I did this, when I started this mission, it must have been like over a month ago.
You did it. How is he? He's frail and wounded, but he'll recover. I didn't think it was possible.
You're in your way.
You must have a story to tell. I'll hear it back at the ship.
Go to the dreadful whale.
Let's go then.
Ooh, super lethal, super assault. This is the worst one I've had yet. Clockwork Mansion took me 5.5 hours. Overall chaos level high. Lethality. Oh, I didn't kill any civilians. Okay. 33 hostiles killed though. Alarms rung 0. Bodies detected 21. Detections 33. Runes 6 of 6, Outsider Shrines 1 of 1, Bone Charms 6 of 8, Coins almost 3,000 of 4,800, Paintings 4 of 6, Blueprints 2 of 5. Really, there were 3 unfound blueprints. Man of the people killed the leader of the Howlers once. Robbed the ticket booth at the event carriage station. Okay. Month-long New Year's mission. Destroy order. I think that is the motto of Max Chaos for sure. If it wasn't for those 257 kills, you would have qualified a ghostly check. Uh-huh. Uh-oh. Another outsider appearance. Nope, no outsider appearance.
The void, but somehow different this
It
time.
is the outsider. Okay, I was gonna say, how the fuck did her boat get all wrecked? Interesting. I feel like the void's falling apart.
Surprised I can pull you into this place?
Oh shit.
The outsider marked me long ago. I made you flee your precious tower and turned your father into cold stone. How difficult for you. But when I was young, sweet Jessamine and I were closest sisters, sharing a secret. Emperor Caldwin had another daughter, born in shame to a kitchen maid.
Am I dreaming? If not, how is Delilah doing this?
She's a witch. A witch!
I told you when you're older, perhaps next year.
You said that last year. Jessamine is younger than me, and
Turn me into a newt.
Well, it's complicated. We'll understand someday.
What did I do? I'll be good. I swear.
Next year, I promise.
I have no powers. I have no power in this place.
During the day, Jessamine and I played games in the tower. But at night, I'd go back to the servants' quarters to cockroaches and thin gruel.
Oh, poor me. Poor little
Emperor
rich girl.
Daddy would visit and tell me if I was good. Next year, I'd be old enough to come to court to be a princess. Then one day, pretty Jessamine broke something worth a fortune, and the spy master caught us. She claimed I did it, and he whipped me in the garden house until I bled. My mother lost her kitchen job, and that night we were out on the streets with no place to sleep.
Okay, maybe not poor little rich girl.
Would you like to tell me who did?
We were just playing.
Young lady Jessamine, what is your account of that?
It was her. Delilah's lie. She broke it.
Man, the void is so cool. I like that she's got her own projection screens here. That's kind of cool.
Mother and I saw the nastiest parts of Dunwall, ending up in debtor's prison. Jessamine died quick on an assassin's blade, but my mother lingered for weeks after a fat guard broke her jaw. They threw me out when she died. I looked up at the lights of Dunwall Tower and swore revenge. Washing bed sheets
Start
in
an
a
IMAX.
brothel, I painted on the side.
IMAX
until
chaos.
Anton Sokolov took me as a student. That's the polite word for it. I was crafty even before the outsider marked me, and survived the worst the Empire could offer. Now it's your turn. My mother's sick. She needs help.
Your mother kicked off while you were out begging. She's another bag of bones now, girl.
What? No!
The sentence is served and she'll be tossed out with the others. You can't stay here anymore.
She's alive and she's the Empress. I have no idea if she's...
It's hard to know whether my dear old aunt
The
is telling
outsider,
the
though.
truth or not.
I don't think so. Seems like she's telling the truth. I don't know.
When I saw what they'd done to Anton Sokolov, I wanted to hurt everyone who'd helped Delilah and the Duke of Serkonos pull off their coup.
It took
Sokolov is the
Sokolov
man
for
who
you to feel
made
that way?
oil into a
They
weapon,
froze your
who
dad.
turned back the plague, and now he's barely able to speak. The hands that painted the most powerful men and women of our time shake too badly to hold a spoon. When he does talk, he's going to give me a name. The next step
270.
along the way to give Luca a bell. Then Delilah herself. A name. That's all I
They
need.
froze your dad. I'm still not exactly understanding the Emily Sokolov connection.
I'm with you, even in the void. If only I could do more.
Mother? That wasn't a dream, was it?
Am I to blame for Delilah's bitterness?
All this is her doing, and she'll die for it.
Our decisions have weight. I feel my time drawing to an end. Soon.
Mom's still not happy with me and my killing ways. I was gonna say I don't know if I really still buy the Emily Sokolov connection. In the first game, Sokolov's kind of a monster. He helps Corvo, but only after really feeling like he has no other choice. He's like, we captured him basically and put him in a jail. He was kind of a jerk. And then suddenly now Emily, who was a little girl at the time, is his friend. and she laments that he was this great inventor and great artist, and now he's just a wreck. But he was no better than Kieran Jindosh when he was in his prime. Not feeling well, she just threw whale oil at folks casually walking down the street. Yeah. I'm a monster. The worst empress ever. Travel log. Royal Conservatory. Sokolov is safe. I killed Kieran Jindosh for abducting Sokolov, for working for Delilah and Duke Bell, for the part his clockworks played in the coup that took my throne. For the Clockwork Army, the man was building. Okay, this is hard to read. They're not complete sentences. Anyway, he may have been smart, but he wasn't invulnerable. Not like Delilah. I imagine he was jealous of Sokolov, for good reason, I suppose. Who cured the rat plague? Who changed the world with machines fueled by whale oil? Once Esmond Roseborough discovered the liquid power trapped there. And his paintings. Genius isn't a word I use very often, but Sokolov deserves it. Speaking of the old goat, it's good to see him again. Though he looks weaker than I expected. Tired and smaller than I remember. I hope that great mind of his is still working. I dreamed of Delilah Copperspoon. No, this was more than a dream. I was in the void. Somehow Delilah brought me there. I don't know if she was showing me the true past or a fabrication. She spoke of my grandfather, Emperor Euhorn Jacob Caldwin. History says he was a man of honor who served his people, but Delilah showed me all his promises unfulfilled, all those easy lies. And she showed me my mother, Jessamine, as I have never imagined her. Spoiled and petty, entitled, and finally a great injustice, Delilah's mother dying in a debtor's prison. I have so many questions, but how do I sort the truth from the lies? He's our asshole. I guess that's how we're treating it, yeah. Sure, he's a fucking monster, but he's our fucking monster.
For a man of his age, Sokolov's making better progress than I would have expected.
Letter from Lucia Pastor. Dear Dr. Hypatia, I couldn't be happier about the news you gave me. The people here in Dust District desperately need someone like you. I understand that you cannot see patients in Addermire anymore, and that it's too dangerous to go back to your apartment. I'll arrange something. We'll find you a safe place to hide and give free consultations as you suggested. I'll send word about it via the Miners' Family Committee and some friends I have at the Silver Spike newspaper. Welcome back to the city. Lucia Pastor.
Good to see you're still with us. Thank you for helping, Anton.
Sokolov's not the only one making a rapid recovery. I'll be good enough to leave soon. There's a lot to do. Of course, unless the Duke falls, he'll undo my best efforts here.
Then we'll have to make sure Duke Luca Abel doesn't overstay his welcome.
Karnaka's key leaders are flawed, for certain. After all this is settled with the Duke, and the time of the coup has passed, whichever ones are left standing could change things here. Consider that, as you come face to face with the Duke's remaining associates.
Interesting.
Some of them have made their beds, Alexandria.
She's basically saying the ones you leave alive will be running the show after this. I think that's what she's saying. Ooh. It's looking rather balmy out there. Nobody's hanging out down here. Oh, damn. How'd those things get in here? Not gonna complain about the incendiary bolts, though. Thank you.
It's not too late for you, my love.
Oh, yes, it is.
If you cannot resist the urge for vengeance.
The head.
Ah, the Empress has risen. A peaceful sleep, I hope. Nothing like the pillows at Dunwall Tower, made of goose feathers.
Sit down when you want to talk.
Okay. Temporary closure of the conservatory. Dear patrons, due to an alarming increase in the mite population, with the full knowledge and approval of Duke Ubel himself, the Royal Conservatory will remain closed for the foreseeable future. Our apologies. B. Ashworth, Curator.
One of the more elaborate structures in Karnaca, closed to the public. More of the Duke's questionable rulership.
Really? That's the lesson we take away? Balmy? Balmy. Oh, yes, I get it. I get it. The weather is rather balmy out there. Balmy. Oh, it's showing us where we're going to go next. We'll be going there. It's kind of funny that because the museum is closing, she's like, Duke Luca Bell isn't a very good ruler, is he? I'd be better.
The Royal Conservatory. This place was commissioned by my grandfather in my grandmother's name. Delilah Copperspoon, or is it Caldwin?
I think I've already done that. Ooh. Sokolov has a diary. My thoughts start here and there. I am at the whim of my aging brain. I smell an orange and it triggers a memory. All at once I am a boy back in school, suffering under the cruelty of Professor Oliphant. Her horrible wigs and the smell of old wool. The wool reminds me of my suits. I used to have them custom made. The suits remind me that I was once a man of position. Then I am thinking of my own cruelties, terrible deeds performed in the name of science. Yeah, no kidding, dude. Progress or profit. Then I am flooded with regrets and guilt. Okay. He's a penitent monster. Then, just as suddenly, I am hungry or thinking about my knees or a nap. And if I could quiet my mind and apply myself to a task, say painting, like today, it is of little use. I find it odd that at a time when I thought I might enjoy some rest and expand on my paintings, that my eyes are not as sharp as they need to be, and my hands quiver unexpectedly. The smell of the paints assaults my nose and muddles my thoughts. Did they always smell so? Still, I have begun to work on my canvas. I have no name for it yet. Reformed. Yes, reformed. The regretful monster. I don't think I've been up here yet. Read that one. Oh, I haven't been up here because this is Sokolov's room now. Dear passengers, I'd like to offer my apologies for being such a grumpy captain. First to Anton, who I called a senile old goat when he decided to bring live blood flies aboard for study. Not a single day passes without me staring in delight at those little marvels of nature. Second, my apologies to whoever broke the blood fly tank, allowing them to flutter down to the engine room, bringing joy to this sad boat of mine with the gentle humming of their soft wings. I deeply regret calling you a clumsy sack of guano. But now that we've all had time to enjoy their charming company, can someone please exterminate every last blood fly on my ship? Okay, she's being sarcastic. Second, I was like, wait a minute, did she get infected? Are they controlling her brain? Blood flies are wonderful. I love them so much. I will go suck blood now. We read that one. Alright, well next up we have a briefing for the next mission, but I think I'll save that for next time. I could do it right now, but you know what'll happen is I'll do it right now and then I won't remember any of it the next time that we play. So I won't do it yet. I'll wait. So that's our stream for this week, guys. Thanks very much for hanging out. Good place to start. Yes, that's the idea anyway. Thanks for being here, you guys. I appreciate it. We had a whole bunch of the old crew here tonight. It was very nice. Lots of people were able to stay later, up later than they normally do, which is also very nice. So, next week, Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, of course. Same as every week, we'll be doing Neverwinter Nights Enhanced Edition and Dishonored 2, the next mission where we hunt down Brianna Ashworth, I think. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you guys around, and have a good night. Oh yeah, no worries, Max. We were happy to see you as long as we could. Good night, Publican. Good night, Walter. Good night, Kira. Jezza, if you're still around. I know Chris is gone. Anybody else? Stand by. I'm gonna check now. Abella? I think you're still here. Jezza, I think, is still here, yeah. Alright, everybody, take care. I'll see you around.